Okay, everybody. Um, this is the first time I've taken a video on this phone, and I know that it doesn't have as much memory as other ones that I've had in the past, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet as much as possible and still maintain my long-winded nature. Um, some of you don't know me, and I guess we're via video meeting for the first time, but I'm Kurt, and so I'm the head coach of the team that's going to South Africa at the end of the summer, and so you've now got a face with the name and with the email. So anyway, here we go. That ALF form, folks, it's required, and you've got to treat this with the highest respect, and it's not a joke. Please be as detailed as possible. If you're getting away from your schedule at any time, be responsible and take the 1 minute or 2 minutes that it takes to log into your ALF and change it. For instance, if you know on your ALF that it says you train from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock in the morning every day, and you know that you're going to train from 10 to 12 that particular day, log in and change it, because you don't want somebody showing up to test you at the gym and you not be there, or you don't want somebody to be at your house, to test you and you're not going to be there. If you show, or if a tester shows up to test you and you're not where you say that you're going to be on your ALF, they're probably going to charge you the expenses for that particular referee to get there. And sometimes these refs travel from hundreds of miles away to get to you. So you don't want to end up paying gas money or hotel or anything else like that. If you are where you say you're supposed to be, then everything's going to be fine. Be as specific as possible, okay? Addresses, all that stuff. Don't give vague answers like, yeah, for 5 hours I'm at this spot, okay, when you know that you're not. Okay, and don't say you're going to be at home if you're not going to be at home. The Adams form and the IPF whereabout form, there's an attached document that's going to tell you how to do the Adams system. You need to read it and follow the instructions to the letter. IPF requires that all athletes be registered in the Adams system, which is kind of like the out of meet test or the OMT system for the IPF. There's a document attached to your email that's going to give you specific instructions on what to do. The testing boss for USA Powerlifting, her name is Joanne Craig. She's pretty great, and she really wants us to be able to do a good job with this. We are the first team that is doing this since the IPF put in this rule. So she said she's very excited but very nervous because she wants, since we are the pilot team on this deal, she wants us to do a great job and show the other teams how to do it. Also, the team contract and the team fees. All right, I've been emailed or texted by a bunch of people saying that this doesn't work. It does work. You have to be logged into the USA Powerlifting website in order to make it work. So I sent you the link on where to go to log into the website. You need to know what your membership number is off your membership card in order to get that done. So you got to set up a little profile for yourself. It only takes a second, and then you can log in and then you can do all that stuff. All right. Your checklist. Folks, I gave you the checklist in the initial email. Go back to that checklist because a lot of the information that you need is on it. Okay, I've sent you a bunch of other stuff, in addition to it. But, anyway, you need to get that checklist done and use it. Actually, I have no idea if you're doing this stuff because, like, the things that get submitted to USA Powerlifting, those don't come to me. And so, if someone from USA Powerlifting says, hey, so-and-so hasn't done this, so-and-so hasn't done this, why have they done? Well, they told me they did it. And so you need to make sure that you're putting this on your checklist and have it down that you've done it or haven't done it. Let's see, your gear form. Get this done right away. I have to submit the gear form all at once. So if everybody's waiting on you, then that's going to delay when everyone gets their gear. It takes quite a while to get equipment. We want to make sure that everybody's got at least a month before. Yes, hello, cat. We have to make sure that everybody's got at least a month in their gear before Worlds. All right, we don't have any word from Inzer yet on when that's going to be, but as soon as I know, then you'll know. Sub-junior alcohol form, subs not allowed to drink at Worlds. I don't care if you're 18 and that's the drinking age in South Africa, subs are not allowed to drink at Worlds. Juniors are allowed, subs are not. So we have a form saying that you're not going to drink. USA Powerlifting requires it, and I require it. I'm not allowed to put you on the official roster that we submit to the IPF until you have that signed. So get it done. Travel form. Everybody who is going on the trip, whether they're staying in the hotel or not or whatever, has to do this travel form because I need to have a list of all of the people who are going. Okay, so everybody who is going on the trip has to get one finished. Okay, now if you are doing this for your aunt and uncle or grandmother or somebody else who's going to go, that's fine. But every person who is going on the trip has to have a travel form done for them, or they need to do it themselves. Everybody who's going. Okay, the hotel. Please don't forget that I've got to be the one that books the hotel rooms. Okay, you're not allowed to do it, so I've got to be the one that's going to do it. Anybody who's going to stay in the meat hotel, all right, I need to know that they're going to stay in the meat hotel. So if you've got, like, a couple of years ago, we had a lifter whose aunt and uncle went to the meet, and they wanted to just fly in for a couple of days and watch the lifting and then go somewhere else. I need to know when, where those people are going to be and when they're going to be there. All right. Also, part of this comes down to the shuttle, because we're not flying into the city where we're going to lift. It's a 2-hour shuttle ride. If you don't tell me that you're going to be there, then you risk not having a spot on the shuttle. Don't want that. I attached the flight info. You need to pick the flight that corresponds to you. If you're from up north, if you're from Wisconsin, you're flying out of Chicago. If you're from down south, whether it be Texas or Louisiana, Mississippi, then you're flying out of Dallas. If you are 83 kilos and under for the men, or if you are 63 kilos and under for the women, then you fly out on the 31st. If you are 72 and above or 93 and above, then you fly out on the 1st. Now, there's some exceptions to this, but that's going to be done on a person-by-person basis. Flight deposit coming up. So it's supposed to be today. Okay, now we've got a couple days grace period, but that $100 flight deposit, you'll find the link to it on your checklist. Get it done. If for some reason, things have fallen through and you know darn well that you just can't get it done, don't just tell me, hey, I can't go to Worlds. It's $100, all right? And so I'm sure somebody can help you out with it, and then you can pay them back. But don't just say, hey, I can't go because of this amount of money, all right? Passport. If you have a passport, that's great. If you don't have one and you haven't signed up to get one, then you got a problem. You need to get that done immediately. Okay, don't play around. Parent consent form. If you're going to be under 18 on the day that you compete at Worlds, your parent or guardian has to fill that out. Social media form. This is a new one. USA Powerlifting is requiring that you fill it out. They want to make sure that you are not doing anything on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or anything else that is going to be a problem for the federation. Okay. Any pictures and or video of you partying or drinking, doing any kind of drugs, need to be taken down immediately. And don't just say, well, I'm just not going to submit it. Okay, they're gonna come asking me for it. They're gonna say, where is so-and-so's Instagram, or where is so-and-so's Facebook page? If you truly are not on any form of social media like that, then just let me know, okay, and I'll let them know. Also, I know a bunch of you are doing fundraisers where you're selling t-shirts or any other memorabilia. The terms Team USA belongs to the United States Olympic Committee. You are not allowed to use that on your shirt. Okay, it belongs to them, and they're going to notice. USA Powerlifting, the actual words USA Powerlifting or the USA Powerlifting logo, you can't put them on shirts or anything else if you don't have permission. So I wouldn't even ask. Okay, just don't put those on there. Okay, you can say that you're going to IPF Worlds, things like that. IPF Junior Worlds is fine, but don't say that, USA Powerlifting anywhere on your stuff. Okay, and for sure don't put that logo. All right, drugs, performance enhancing drugs, obviously not allowed, folks. There are banned substances in all kinds of stuff that you can buy from GNC or anywhere else. You need to be extremely careful with what you're putting in your body. Okay, things that talk about they have like a proprietary energy blend or a super muscle growth blend, things like that. Often those are the ones that are going to nail you. So you need to make darn sure that you are checking with anything. I'm going to ask that you email me if you are taking some kind of supplement that you might have any kind of question about at all, that you take a nice clear picture of the ingredients and shoot me a text with that of that picture, and I'll look it up for you. Now the globaldro.com is I sent the link in your email. If you got any question on it, you could check it out. Don't put the name of the supplement in there, like don't put that this is super mega, dragon's breath protein. Okay, it's not going to work. What you have to do is you have to put the ingredients. Okay. All right. Recreational drugs, marijuana, methamphetamine, sniffing glue, things like that. That's going to come up on your drug test. If you do that stuff, you have to stop immediately. We have had lifters in the past who have been removed. And listen, I don't care that, this drug is out of competition legal. It doesn't matter. If you test hot on your out of meet test or your in meet test for this, they're not going to let you lift at Worlds. If you want to lift at Worlds, you'll stop doing it. Now, if you want to continue to use drugs like this, it's fine with me, but you need to let me know so I can go find somebody else, okay? It's, how bad do you want to go? All right. Also, medications. Folks, your ALF form, athlete locator form, is also going to have spots for you to put any medications at all that you use. That means any medications. ADD meds, heartburn meds, I don't care. Whatever you use. I mean, birth control is a medication that you need to put on there. Anything that you take, okay, whether it's prescription or not, needs to be listed on there. Okay, if you have questions about this, then you need to ask. I will not see the stuff that is on your ALF. I won't see it. I'm not privy to that information. Okay, so don't think, well, I'm just not going to list it because I'm embarrassed because Kurt's going to read it. The people who are going to see it have clearance to see it, okay, like medical clearance. Stimulants. I know that some people don't like it when I say this, but I don't want you taking pre-workout. You can take 2 caffeine pills and eat an apple to give you some sugar to send it into your bloodstream, and it's going to do the exact same thing as that pre-workout. Okay, pre-workout is you're going to risk getting nailed for stimulants. Okay, so I prefer, I can't make you do anything, but I prefer that you just, if you're going to use that, just take a couple of caffeine pills and eat an apple. Okay, eat a piece of fruit. It'll work. All right, your IPF profile. The identification that you use at Worlds is going to have some of this information on there, and plus they're going to have this posted during the lifting, like on the live stream. So it's going to ask you for some personal information there. It's also going to ask you for a photo. It should be a passport style photo against a blank wall. So like if you snapped a picture of me right now, it's not going to work, and they're going to turn it down because obviously I am not sitting in front of a blank wall. I've got stuff in the background. Okay? If you mess with them and try and send this and say, oh, well, I'm sure it'll be fine, they're going to turn it down. They do it every single year. They just turn it down. They're like, nope, not going to work. So please don't do it. I sent you an example of a picture that is acceptable and a picture that is not. All right, even the fact that it's Scott Dobbins, it's still acceptable, amazingly. All right, I believe that's all that I've got right now for you.